Hello everyone, I am Professor Govind Madhbabi from BLDA's Engineering College, Vijaypur. So today we are going to discuss about a unit called domestic wiring, in which first we will see what is wiring, what is the necessity of electrical wiring and proper wiring, and then we will see what are the different types of wiring. Okay. First we have to know what is the necessity of wiring. The basic necessity of electrical wiring is, the first thing is being the risk of shock, to avoid from the risk of shock, that is electrical safety is the main reason for electrical wiring. Then comes mechanical immunity, and then comes appearance also. The proper electrical wiring is necessary for appearance also. And the in factors affecting electric wiring, the factor main being the risk, that is the electrical safety. Second one is the appearance, third one is the mechanical immunity, and fourth one is the cost. Cost is also one of the factor to be considered for domestic wiring. The word domestic here means that it is household wiring, domestic household purposes. Clear? Okay. First we will see how the electrical energy is generated, how the energy is transmitted, how it will be distributed. Then we will see how it can be utilized through proper wiring. Okay. Initially, as you already know, in the generating station, the electrical energy will be generated. There are different types of generation. One is hydro, you might be aware of hydro, thermal, solar, so many generating stations will be there. From the generating station, the same power will be transmitted through the transmission cables by the side of the road, you might have observed. Then the same transmitted energy or power will be distributed through distribution board by the substation, and that distributed energy will be coming along the cables by the side of our home, through which we used to take the connection. Clear? That particular connection through which we take a connection to our household applications, that particular connection we call as service wire. Through service wire we used to take the connection for our houses. Correct? So from that, this particular first topic in domestic wiring, what we're supposed to discuss here is meter board and distribution board. Here in this particular diagram you can see what is a meter board and what is a distribution board. Here you can see this particular setup is called as this meter board and distribution board setup. Initially from the service wire it will be taken to the meter board through the help of an incoming cable. This incoming cable will be connected to the energy meter. EM stands for energy meter. From the energy meter it is to be connected to the next point, which is cutout section. In cutout section what will be there is a fuse wire for electrical safety. Through this cutout section it is further connected to consumer's main switch. Here comes the main switch of the consumer. From the consumer main switch it is to be connected to the distribution board, through which it is been distributed to the different sub-circuits. From the distribution board it is to be connected to sub-circuits, and sub-circuit may be a TV or bulb or fan, etc. Whatever the connection you are supposed to take from the board, that particular connection we call a sub-circuit. Okay. And as you might be already aware of the fact that these loads or sub-circuits will be connected in parallel. The connection, general connection will be in parallel. So this is all about meter board and distribution board. Here you can say there is one government seal between energy meter and fuse wire. So you won't be having the authority to open this particular portion of the board. After this portion from the consumer board we can take the connection. Before to this fuse wire there will be a government seal. This cannot be disturbed through us. We won't be having that authority. This particular setup of taking a service wire connection to the energy meter, from energy meter through the fuse wire, through the fuse wire it is to be connected to the consumer main switch, from the main switch it is to be connected to distribution board, from distribution board it is to be connected to the all the sub-circuits. So this particular entire setup we call as meter board and distribution board. Clear? Then comes the types of wiring. So in general, for your syllabus, the type of wiring what we have is a conduit wiring. The type of wiring we call as conduit wiring. First we will see what is a conduit wiring, then we will see what are the types we have. Clear? So conduit wiring is nothing but this particular portion, this particular diagram shows the conduit. Here you can see this particular pipe is called as a conduit. The conduit could be a PVC pipe or a welded tube or PVC line that can be used for proper electrical wiring. Inside the conduit you can see these PVC wires are there. So there will be bunch of wires inside this conduit tube that will run along the surface of the wall. That particular type of connection we call as conduit system or conduit wiring. So in conduit wiring, this is a normal conduit section. So conduit may be a PVC pipe or a welded pipe, and the cables, PVC wires will be there inside the pipe, and this will be set with the help of a nut and bolt, and it will be fixed to the wall just like a pipe. Inside the pipe the PVC wires will be there. So this particular system we call as conduit wiring. This conduit wiring is further divided into open conduit and concealed conduit. So we will glance over what is open conduit system and what is concealed conduit system. The open conduit system being, if the conduit or the tube is connected on the surface of the wall, if it is connected and it will be if it appears for the view, then such connection we call as open conduit system. General connection, what you can see on the wall, the surface of the wall, there will be fixed tube. That type of connection we call as open conduit. What will be concealed conduit is, this particular conduit or wiring will be done within the plastering of the wall. It is embedded within the plastering of the wall. Such type we call as concealed conduit system. So these are the two types. Okay. So then comes the advantages and disadvantages of wiring. What is the advantage of doing this conduit wiring and what are the disadvantages? First we will see what is the advantage. The first advantage for properly connected conduit wiring is the risk of fire can be completely avoided. The first safety precaution of proper conduit wiring is the risk of fire can be completely eliminated, and then the other advantage being many bunches of wires can be inserted within the tube. Only one particular connection is not necessary. We can insert many sub connections through the bunch of wires inside the conduit. This is the second. And the third advantage being, it is having a long life and it is less maintenance. Its cost will be very less. So these are the advantages. One is the risk of fire is very less. The second one is the bunch of wires can be inserted so that many sub-circuit connection can be taken through only one conduit. And the third advantage being, it is mechanically strong as well as it has long life. The cost is less. These are the advantages. What might be the disadvantages? Actually, it is not a disadvantages. Still then if we suppose to mention few, then one disadvantage being, the wiring of whatever the thing we discussed so far, to do this entire thing, we need a skilled labor. That is considered to be one of the disadvantages. Whoever going to do the wiring should be a skilled person. That is one of the disadvantage. Other disadvantage is this concealed or conduit should not come in contact with gas pipe. Okay. So these are the two disadvantages. So this is all about what is the domestic wiring, what is meter board and distribution board, what are the types we have is conduit wiring, and we discussed about what is a conduit and all. Then open conduit and concealed conduit. If it is above the surface of the wall, then it is open conduit. If it is embedded within the plastering of the wall, then it comes under concealed. The advantages being, the risk of fire is eliminated, it looks systematic, mechanical immunity will be there, many bunches of wires can be taken inside the same conduit, it is having a long life, the cost of connection will also be less. These are the advantages. The disadvantage, as I mentioned, skilled labor is necessary and it should not come, the conduit should not come in contact with a gas pipe. Okay, thank you.